Okay, listen guys, finally I'm bringing you my final sliders. Keep in mind guys, these sliders I've been doing, I always start with really shit teams and then obviously the team will get better and better, and it's kind of easy to build teams in this game, unfortunately. But yeah, so keep in mind that this is especially for, if you're starting as a bad team. So it might be, obviously, there's always going to be things that you need to tweak. There's different, levels of competency with every aspect of the game. You might be better at running the ball than me. I might be better at throwing it, this, that, everything else. So keep in mind, this is just the base set. But also, very important, guys, I'm giving you auto subs, XP sliders, gameplay sliders, all the settings, because these all work in conjunction each other, especially with the XP sliders, because the way it works is the game is going to give you a bunch of different badges and shit to your players that are going to make them play way different than the base game. So like I said, there's gonna be a lot of information here, so just, bear with me. We're gonna go quickly, but just make sure you're paying attention. You can pause if you ever need to see the numbers and actually, plug them in. But let's just get started right now. We got Tim Tebow, of course, born in the Philippines, but raised in Jacksonville. And he's going to Jacksonville State for his dynasty here. And auto subs, let's just get started. 0-1 for quarterback, 94, 95, halfback. Sub in and out. I'm not even going to read these off. You can literally just pause the video, type all those in. Okay, you guys got that. Bam, bam, bam. And go ahead. Here are the ones with defense. Obviously, the defensive line is going to be a lot higher. You want to try to get some rotation there. It doesn't work perfectly, guys, but this is the best that I was able to find. This combination of auto subs with the fatigue that I have going. Okay, from here, let's go to XP sliders. Again, just go ahead and type these in for you guys. And you guys, I'm sure, are already aware that the way the games, the players are going to be rated as you continue on into your dynasty is going to be way, way different than the base game, right? They did not do a good job at all at balancing that. I don't think they even tested it to try to make it make sense. So players are going to have inflated overalls. This was the best way that I could find to keep a reasonable amount of talent at every position, try to keep it even at every position. This is the best that I could do, but I'm happy with where I landed for what I was given, right? It's not a perfect system, but I can only work with what I have. I didn't make the game myself. All right, let's get to sliders or settings first. Let's go to the settings real quick. Okay, actually I'm doing placement passing, okay, guys? We're doing placement passing. I found, obviously I've tested all these extensively at this point. This is the one where I think with the following settings is going to give you the most realistic combination of your accuracy rating matter, while also giving you a little bit of user control, using that left stick to lead or whatever have you. Also, guys, very important, use L1 for high passes if you're going deep with those one-on-one shots. It's going to make it so much better for you. Instead of it getting volleyed, you know how the corners always go up with two hands and just slap it up in the air. If you use L1 and high pass those, your players are going to have a good chance of going up and mossing. They won't always complete the mossing, but they will play the ball so much more aggressively. Use L1 with those high passes, trust me. I have all of these on. I will turn the switch stick off. I just haven't done that yet. So there's a way to disable it now, bam. And the rest of that I think is fine to leave on. I fucking hate the switch stick, so get that out of here. I play no switch though, to be fair. So that's another thing to think about with these sliders, guys. I don't do any type of cheese. I don't switch. I try to keep it very fair and balanced between me and the CPU. Okay, listen guys, now I'm gonna quickly scroll through the main sliders here, and then I have something very important to tell you that you gotta remember, okay? So let me just scroll through these, obviously. Pause and type the shit in, you know how to do it. So here are all the main ones, and then we'll go through the further ones after I explain something to you guys real quick. So, yep, go ahead and put all that in, and we'll continue on in 1 second. So, very, very important, guys. After year one, user interception and CPU interception, you want to decrease them by 8. Decrease user and CPU interception by 8 after year one, and that will stay forever because of the way that the game is going to give you badges. The players across the board are going to start getting gold and platinum badges very easily in order to give them much more higher success rates on interceptions. I don't know how else to fix it other than with the sliders, because I can't edit rosters. We can't do that, and those badges are so powerful and they're so plentiful throughout the entire league. You're gonna need to decrease those. So your user interception from 30 down to 22 after year one, and then you want to go from 18 down to 10 for CPU. And then the same thing you want to do with it's a CPU pass block, but you just want to take that down by 3, or no, it needs to go up by 3. I'm sorry. You want to go from 59 up to 62. You want their pass block to get a little bit better. It's just the way that the game's going to rate your pass rushers going forward because of how it drastically changes player overalls after year 1. You're going to want to increase that by 3. You want your their pass block to be a little bit stronger, okay? So remember that. Interception and CPU interception down 8. Then CPU pass block up 3, okay? That's all you need to know there. And you saw all the other numbers. Guys, for injuries, another important thing, this is going to be way too high for some people. This is perfect for me because it actually gives me some players with long-term injuries to match what is happening to other teams. Other teams are always going to have those whenever you're playing them. The vast majority, it very rarely happens if you're below this 60 mark. The thing is, guys, it's going to be really annoying for some of you guys because you're going to get a player that, not even, like, no joke, is going to get hurt like 7 times in a game. I'm willing to deal with that in order to generate players getting knocked out and actually having long-term injuries like the CPU. It's going to seem a little wonky to some people. If that's the case, guys, turn it down. You know what I mean? Go down to 50, go down to 55, turn it down a little bit. I wouldn't recommend going below 50, but like I said, for some people, they're not going to like this. I think that this is the best if you want a realistically tough, just a macro experience to your dynasty. I think this is how you're going to get the actual long-term injuries. Fatigue, you're going to want at 90. Keep this at 90 here. And this is how you're actually going to be able to get, just a proper rotation. This is important whenever you are combining that with your auto subs, okay? And then player minimum speed threshold, I like this at 82. Some people like it even higher. I definitely wouldn't go much lower than this. You're going to start getting way too many of these giant plays. And yeah, I don't think that's something you're going to want if you're trying to keep it, what I would consider realistically difficult. You still get plenty of big plays, especially with players that have, elite athleticism. But like I said, I wouldn't mess too much with that. But I think somewhere in the between 80 to like 95 range is absolutely perfect for that. Then here I'll slide through these injuries real quick, or not the injuries. I'm sorry, the penalties. You can obviously tweak these up or down slightly, but they can get a little bit wonky. One that I do turn off, unfortunately, they did fix the roughing the kicker and the running into the kicker, it seems. But intentional grounding, I don't know if you guys are, I know a lot of people don't really throw the ball away, in video games. They don't, they just kind of like want to run around and go crazy. But whenever I try to throw the ball away from the pocket, it happens so incredibly often where there are players that are next to the sidelines. You know what I mean? The route concepts have them next to the sideline, and my quarterback's throwing it the wrong, like he throws it to an area where it gets him an intentional grounding, even though it should be a very simple non-intentional grounding. You know what I'm saying? They don't play it intelligently at all. You can obviously turn this on if you want. I just don't think that they have it coded properly to where the quarterback has any logic whatsoever, and he just guns it up into the stands, even regardless if he's able to easily avoid getting that penalty, if that makes sense, guys. So again, any of these you can tweak, make it your own, but this is where I'm landing at for where I just think it needs to be in order to give you the best while maintaining realism, but also a reasonable amount of difficulty as you go on into your deeper into your dynasties. Remember, guys, I'm going to say it again because it's so important. User and CPU interception down by 8 after that year 1, and then CPU pass blocking up by 3 after that year 1, and then that will maintain because, like I said, it's just the way that the players get rated and the badges they get. You have to alter the sliders, or else it's going to play very, very differently than your year 1 sliders. I don't know how else to fix that because we don't have the ability to edit any ratings or anything, and that should be it, I think, right? The league settings, there's nothing important in there, right? I don't know, man. Oh yeah, I should probably tell you we're on a Heisman. We're going 10-minute quarters, 25 minimum play clock. This gets me in a good spot in terms of play count, I believe. Especially, I try to. This is another thing where it's like kind of like a personal thing. I try to run the ball like a reasonable amount in terms of compared to IRL run rates. I know whenever people are playing video games, most people throw the ball a hell of a lot more than teams actually do IRL, just because it's more fun, more explosive, this and that. If you do that, if you throw it a ton more than what actually happens, then you obviously do that, have fun, but you're probably going to want to turn down your quarter length by 1. The clock's going to be stopping a lot more. You're going to be getting a lot more big plays. The the score is going to be getting run up and it's going to throw off the stats. If you try to, like I say, play it a little more balanced in terms of your actual game plan, then I think you're going to want 10-25 here. But all right, guys, that's absolutely everything. I just wanted to let you guys know, by the way, appreciate you. This shit took me forever. I think I did 4 seasons, I'm pretty sure. I did 1 year 1, 1 year 4, and then 2 down the road, right? Because I needed to know how the different rating fluctuations and then the different badges they get was going to affect, the different sliders. And I'm glad I did that, because then I found out that, the interception sliders and then the pass blocking was going to be wonky down the road, because the badges are just so incredibly powerful. So guys, this is gonna be my second to last video I ever do doing this shit. All right, I'm gonna be done with just making stuff about video games and whatever. I have fun with it, but it's not like that. You know what I mean? I don't grind games like that anymore. It's really just like something chill that I do in my spare time. So appreciate the support over time. I'm still gonna keep the channel. I'm still gonna be doing other stuff. I'm gonna make videos that are completely unrelated to football and gaming. So if you guys want to stick around for that, appreciate it. If you guys are gonna be saying deuces, I appreciate that too. Thanks for the support so far. I don't expect anybody to stick around if I'm doing something completely different than what you're used to. But yeah, I only have one more video I'm going to have for you guys. It's going to be my final Dynasty tracker. It is big as shit. It is so detailed. There's just so much to it. I'm going to get that very soon, probably today as well. If not, then tomorrow. I just want to get it done with so I can move on. And like I said, I'm going to get started on just different content moving forward. But yeah, that should be everything. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment down in the comments, and I'll get back to you. But I hope that these work out for you guys, and you don't have to edit them too much, and you guys are able to enjoy it and have a fun and difficult Dynasty experience. Appreciate you, but I'm out.